Nice.
Testing.
Nice.
Okay, testing. I think you guys can hear me now.
What's wrong? You look like you were about to say something. Oh, I think I know what you're going to ask. You've come to the right person.
You always know what's on my mind, Himiko. I don't have any more questions. I didn't even ask one. Fine, Himiko. I don't have any more questions. No. Looks like our voice is working. Awesome. Just testing. Okay. I think we're about to do this star rail thing. All right. Let's Honkai star rail. Let's rail those stars. Jesus Christ, that came out wrong. I am so sorry. Here we go.
The universe. The Astral Express.
The Astral Express.
Eons. Did I get dragged into a science fiction movie or something? This Stellaron thing in my body.
Are you trying to catch the stars? I've done stuff like that before. But it wasn't stars for me, though. It was lights. When I first woke up after being rescued from the ice, I could see clusters of stars in front of me. I reached out for them automatically, but they turned out to be the carriage ceiling lights. The whole crew was watching me. It was pretty embarrassing. Like I was some kind of weird alien. I don't really blame them for being curious, though. They had no idea where I came from. You might not believe it, but before all this, I was stuck in a huge block of ice drifting through space.
Oh my god. Like cars from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Battle Tendency?
Himeko and Mr. Yang and... who was it again? Anyway, they figured out a way to melt the ice and saved me. Who knows? I don't remember anything before that. Who I am, where I'm from, my name. It's like everything was erased from my mind. March 7th was the day they found me, so it stuck. Ever since then, I've been hanging out on this train and following it to whatever destination it decides to stop at. I'm hoping that one day I can find my past. What am I talking about this for? A way to get everyone down, huh? It's fine. I was the one who brought it up. Cheer up. It's not every day someone gets to ride on the Astral Express. Ah, here comes the conductor.
The Express has reached a safe distance from the space station. We'll be jumping in about 10 minutes. Return to your seats, please. Both of you! Things could get bumpy.
Thanks, Pom Pom. But did you really have to come and remind me? I'm not a newbie, you know.
Well, it wouldn't be necessary, but Miss March 7th likes to challenge herself. And falls over every time.
That's just called never giving up. Conductor, can I get a juice, please? Thank you!
We're jumping in 5 minutes. You can have something to drink when it's over.
How long is the jump?
But I'm thirsty now.
Nice.
Oh, don't worry about me. I just want to see if I can stay on my feet this time.
Wait, what? I mean, yeah, we are in space, but there is a gravity system on the Astral Express, I hope, right?
Thanks. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. The key is using your core, waist, and leg muscles. It's not your stance that matters, but your ability to ride the inertia. Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up.
I think that also came out wrong. You can't talk to Pom Pom right now, it seems. They're busy getting that juice. Or trying to avoid getting that juice. Omnisynthesizer. Oh, yeah, it's a future thing.
Our next stop is a small planet called Eurilo 6. It's been thousands of years since the last time the Express paid a visit. The databank shows it was a lush and beautiful place. But after all this time, it's possible that dramatic changes have occurred.
Nah, I think the game kicked me back here for a reason. I need to explore. Okay, never mind. Looks like I can't open this door. Eurilo 6. Oh.
Maybe Danhan locked it.
So last time the music didn't work. There was a glitch, but I think it's working now. Yeah, it's working. Which one? Take the journey? Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's the song that I really liked. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's a reason why I'm falling in love with this game. I mean, you're lucky that I was already a .hack fan, so, you know, this easily just, like, fell into place for me. Which is weird, because .hack has a lot of differences, of course. They've always been real-time. There has never been any turn-based gameplay. And, yeah, the soundtrack definitely reminds me a lot of it. That's why I'm thinking we should definitely do a .hack Honkai Star Rail exchange in the future. It's just sad because .hack is kind of dead. Like, it was very promising, but it was kind of dead, too. Alright, I think I'm ready to rail this Star Rail.
All passengers, please return to your seats.
Streamers?
The train is about to make the jump. Hold on, everyone.
I thought it was just, the developers wanting to do something different. I didn't know that streamers were involved. I guess they were learning from Genshin and the original Honkai Impact. Both being real-time strategy. Okay, we just did our first jump. Relo 6.
All those millennia.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
I
this
expected
what
this
Relo 6 has
1,000
become?
years.
Uh-huh. So, that snowy planet is our destination this time?
Yes. Looks like this trailblazing expedition won't be easy.
Spatial readout anomaly. Star rail stability is down to 12%.
Oh, so I'm gonna guess that star rails are a property of your destinations, where you take the Astral Express. In other words, it's something related to outer space at every single planet that you go to.
Schedule alteration. 7-day stopover time extended indefinitely.
I bet that was what the astronauts recently on the space station heard when they said that instead of them coming back in 25 days, they ended up being stuck there for years. Got it. So star rails, I'm gonna guess, are something similar to the rings of Saturn, like they're planetary rings that surround a planet. Would that be slightly closer to what they are? And that allows for a railway to operate?
The complex locality of this world has been affected somehow. The star rail has been blocked off by something. Take an ordinary train as an example. It's like the tracks up ahead have suddenly snapped, and the way forward leads straight into a collapsing abyss.
In other words, derailed.
The only sensible thing to do would be to brake hard, right?
Oh, so they're more points. They're not rings. Okay, so they don't circle between the planets. They rather connect the planets together. Does that make more sense? Is that closer to what they are? Wow, Himiko's really gorgeous in this game. Like, damn. They went all out for her. Thank you for suggesting that card, by the way. I can't wait to roll out the cards. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Between planets, exactly.
If we try to force our way ahead, there could be a hefty price to pay.
This again? Don't tell me. It's gotta be.
Obviously, they've done this before. And they don't want to do it
The
again.
results of the preliminary analysis are here. The anomaly stems from a stellar run.
Oh,
As
snap.
always.
Okay, so the problem is similar to what's inside our Trailblazer. Okay. Let's see what that is.
Yes, just like the one that's been placed into your body.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Obviously, catastrophe is
Storms
involved.
are clouded in mystery. Even Herta isn't able to fully understand them. But there's no need to worry. This isn't the first time our route has been obstructed by a Stellaron. Even if we don't know much about them, at least we know how to neutralize their influences.
The only thing we can say for sure is that their arrival causes massive changes to civilizations and ecosystems.
Whoa.
They also generate distortions in space, such as fragmentums.
From what I heard, the creators of all three games, like the writer or the writers behind all three all three Honkais and Impact, or rather, yeah, I guess Impact would make more sense, although it's funny that this one isn't an Impact game in the name. But they're basing off of this a lot on the world building that was also done in Evangelion. Like, in other words, they're fans of Evangelion, because in Evangelion, that's basically what the angels are. They are they terraform the planets that they land on. So the angels in Evangelion terraformed multiple planets and attempted to terraform Earth. And Shinji and, everything with Nerve and, the Avas was all about preventing that from happening. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. And the impacts were when the angels, the angels were what caused each impact for Earth. So I believe Earth's first impact was the one that gave birth to humanity, Adam and Eve, which, by the way, do come into play in the anime again. So Adam and Eve do come back, and then there was another first race, first being. Adam, Eve are the more modern ones that the more ancient ones that they deal with, while Lilith was basically the angel that gave birth to humanity and was the product of the first impact. That was in Evangelion's lore. I'm going to guess, based on what Welt here just said, it's kind of the opposite. Massive changes to civilizations and ecosystems. But I don't know. I feel like if the authors are fans of Evangelion, we might also end up with a similarity regarding the goals for why Stellarons do what they do. We don't know yet. I don't know yet. I have to play the game a lot longer to find out.
There must be an inextricable connection between the Stellaron we're dealing with here and Eurilo 6 becoming a frozen planet.
Yeah, see, that's different from Evangelion. In Evangelion, each impact wiped out a large portion of the life on the planet that it happens on, but it gives birth to another type of life. In Evangelion, what we watch is the life of these angels landing on Earth, trying to establish their race over the Lilims, which are the human race. The human race is just a byproduct of Lilith in Evangelion. So I'm wondering if the Stellarons are trying to just wipe out life or trying to replace it. Frozen Earth, that does not sound like the same thing that happened with Evangelion. I love finding both comparisons, similarities, and differences. I'm not trying to say that anybody cheated any ideas from anything, but my autistic ass always goes to comparisons in order to help fall in love, with whatever I'm playing. Okay, so Honkai Impact 3rd is straight up Evangelion. Honkai Star Rail, were there Stellarons in Impact? In Honkai Impact? Were they called Stellarons?
Our current theory is that Stellarons are seeds of disaster.
Got it.
Planted by a certain eon throughout the universe. We can't continue to trailblaze without removing the source of the disaster.
I'm going to guess what the Astral Express does is trailblazing. I'm wondering if trailblazing only refers to the warping, the jumping, or if it also refers to landing on the planet and, fulfilling these missions that they do. Seeds of disaster planted by a certain aeon. Herta helped us get a slightly, introductory idea to how aeons communicate and, what they are and stuff, but they're still unexplained. They're still very vague phenomena that we don't know yet. Now, Himiko's connecting aeons to this. Can't continue to trailblaze without removing the source of the disaster. Yeah, but the disaster has to have a goal. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Evangelion, if it's this game, there's always a stated, or rather, a discovered goal to all of them. So I'm going to guess that these disasters have a goal. I don't want to simplify it. How about we just ask? Yeah, why can't they protect themselves?
It's empowering, looking out at a world from a window like this. But when you set foot on the planet itself, you realize how small and helpless you really are. Just like them.
I'd like to entrust this trailblazing expedition to March, Dan Heng, and you.
There's not that many people on the ship, Himiko.
The objective is clear. Find the Stellaron responsible for the disaster and the spatial distortions, and bring it back to the Express. We'll deal with the rest.
Awesome! We get to work as a team again.
Yeah, okay. So it does incorporate landing and doing stuff on that planet related to the disasters that they go through. Not just the Astral Express. Okay. All right. I'm getting an idea on the cycle. You know what that reminds me of? How Um, yeah. Have you ever played Metal Gear 5, Metal Gear Solid 5? Metal Gear Solid 5, people, I don't know why people complained about it, because personally, I think from a development angle, it allowed for a similar way to organize a story. I'm always going to, as a game developer, I'm always going to analyze why a story is written the way it's written when it comes to the loop. So back in the day, you used to develop games with a loop, but now you can also write the story with that loop in mind. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, people said that Metal Gear was a playable movie. A lot of people made fun of Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5 for being straight up playable movies. Especially 4. They really like dumped hard on 4 because of the movie experience. I thought Kojima was, trying his best, because as it turns out, I don't think Konami was, treating the story that well. Oh, you're saying there's some stuff we can watch. Galaxy Express and Galaxy Railways? Oh, you're talking about the old anime? Like, what is it? The blue, well, no, I may be thinking of the Daft Punk, album. Remember that old, movie they did for a Daft Punk album? Okay. That's the one? Yeah. Daft Punk, was Daft Punk involved in that? Or did people just make that connection on their own? I'm very confused about, that song, One More Time. Yes, thank you. Okay, yeah, okay, awesome. All right. So yeah, okay, excellent. All right. On that note, I'm wondering if the studio in question is Tatsunoko. Was it the anime studio named Tatsunoko? Because they were famous for a lot of space stuff back in the day. Yes! Oh my god, I remember those! Yes, okay. Okay, it's all coming back to me. Oh man. That was the golden era for early 80s anime. God, 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Yeah, okay, but I don't know if it's Tatsunoko. Tatsunoko had a role in that. And they definitely produced a lot of anime that was, mecha and all sorts of stuff. There was Gatchaman, I think they did that one. There was Yaterman. What else? God, there's so many names that come to mind. Maybe Cyborg 009? Oh, Toei. Okay, Toei did that one. Yes, but I remember the train. There was a train in the artwork. There was basically a train going through space. You could clearly see it. Yes, okay. It's all coming back to me. Okay. So it's kind of a fusion of those, all of the themes from those. That and Evangelion, if you mix those together, you basically get this game. Awesome. Okay, cool. When it comes to the gameplay mechanics, I think you can see my point about how .hack is kind of, a little bit of an influence when it comes to the interface and the messaging, emailing, communication with characters, and things like that, right? Like, it would make sense. I feel like there's some influence on that. I think with Genshin does not really take anything from .hack like this game does when it comes to gameplay. The only difference between this game, like I said, gameplay-wise, was that it's turn-based, but I can already spot Rengeki attacks and things like that, and I love it. This is mainly the reason why I'm definitely preferring this over Genshin. It definitely feels more chill, too. That's another thing as well. And the story is, the intensity, the complexity, it can be a little bit intense for people, and feel not welcoming at the beginning, but you just have to, I guess, take your time and keep playing and do your best to remember everything, and the story will click in a lot better. Genshin, I did not like the story after the first Archon quest is over. It just started popping random characters to me that it expected me to already recognize for some reason. So I'm not going to recover from that. I don't think I'm going to go back to Genshin for a while until either they change something or I just get over it. But I'm not liking how that story was written. It felt really rushed to me. It felt a lot like they were more about the hyping characters and rushing them into, production, or sorry, rushing them into, getting sold, I guess, or getting presented rather than establishing their lore a lot better. But this one here, so far, I'm not getting jump scared by any unexplained presences. Like, I feel like what they did with this game is they took the problems of Genshin and they kind of... Oh, really? Uh-oh. Really? Okay. That's interesting. Am I still streaming? Yeah, I'm still streaming. That's weird. Let me check. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear my voice? Hello?
Someone has to stay on the train or Pom Pom will get lonely.
Still?
Not to mention, Nanook threw us a glance just now. If we're targeted by the Antimatter Legion, then things could go south fast.
Okay, hold on. How about now? Okay, cool. All right,
So
awesome.
it's
Thank
still
you.
not our turn.
I know you really want to go, but
All right, Himiko. Throw us a glance just now. Oh, I see. Yeah, the
we
Antimatter
should give
Legion are the
youngsters a
villains,
chance to
basically,
get out
so
there on their
far.
own. It'll be a good opportunity for them to bond. March, if you two are ready, why not go and find Dan Hung? He's probably already started collating the ecological data and survey results for your Relo 6. It's always good to know more about the destination before you start a journey.
Another thing that I find really refreshing in the story is that there's not really any opportunity for shipping. And I like that a lot. I like a story that does not throw something at you when it comes to the shipping wars. I know, of course, fans are still going to always be unhinged when it comes to that. But at the very least, I would prefer if, the story didn't do it unless there was a good reason to. Like, I like the shipping wars in Chainsaw Man because it's kind of established from the get-go that Denji really, really, really wants to get laid. So, there's no problem with the shipping wars in that one because it's kind of like the whole objective of his, character development, basically. But when a story is sophisticated like this one, yeah, I would rather that I don't see any hints of that until it's absolutely necessary. Until it becomes very, very clear that it's happening,
Are you doing okay after your
There's no
first jump?
baiting, and I like that a lot.
Dizziness or retching are normal reactions. You'll feel better once you get used to it.
Also, I think this guy almost did CPR to us. Yeah. Dan Hung almost almost CPR'd us with his lips, so obviously the bait is clear on that one, but I don't think it was that serious.
I enjoy being alone, especially when I have important work to do.
He also talks in a slightly funny
I went
way.
through the Express's database, and it seems the environment on your Relo 6 has undergone drastic changes in the past few centuries. It was not a frozen planet to begin with.
Well, it says it was caused by
He
stellar.
said so?
Yeah, we know that already.
Considering the spatial obstacles that the Star Rail has encountered, it's highly possible. I've conducted a preliminary survey and found that there's one area with a relatively normal temperature on the surface of the planet. By normal, I mean a temperature that just about allows for human survival. If I had to choose a site for initial investigation on this trailblazing expedition, that would be it.
Okay, so we have a destination now, or hints of one.
As I expected. Before you came, whenever March wanted to go anywhere, Himiko would make Mr. Yang and me go with her. And even after you arrived, I didn't suppose I'd be the one to be liberated of that duty.
Also, I guess they also learned a little bit from .hack when it comes to moving mouths, that they would just animate certain cutscenes with the mouths. Other than that, just eliminate mouth movement entirely. I remember that clearly with Dot Hack as well, the last time I played. Genshin had it horrible. Genshin had mismatched mouth moving all the time, and I don't understand how that glaring, thing, that glaring mistake didn't poke people's eyes out when they watched, the characters interact.
I assume the trailblazing objective this time is to find the Stellaron on Eurilo 6 and dispel the effect it's exerting on the Star Rail. Right? I see. You should find March. I'll join you two once I'm ready.
Okay. Testing. Just testing my voice. Testing. Okay, good. All right. I guess we're sitting again. Oh, we're talking to March because we're leaving with her.
Did you talk to Don Hung? How'd it go?
So, I'm not seeing some kind of clear station here for the planet. I'm gonna guess there's a way we're gonna land.
That's our Don Hung. Always trying to look cool with his poker face. Don't mind him. Relax. Don Hung and I are experienced trailblazers. We got your back. Well, are you ready? When I first saw this planet, I thought, a world covered in ice. Could it have something to do with my past? Now I can't stop thinking about it. Still, the ice that trapped me was six-phased ice, a very rare substance. I don't think you can find it on your average planet.
Nah, we're not that cruel.
To be honest, I think I'd be kind of annoyed if I found out this was my home world. It looks freezing.
Well,
Pretty girls aren't frost resistant.
she, I guess, took that bait on her own.
What? Is there something on my face?
Nah, I was just imagining all the fun we're gonna have here.
I feel sorry for this world. First the Stellaron, and now you.
All right, here comes the Eurilo 6 Trailblaze team.
Obviously, we're going to be adding more people if they exist there on that planet. Oh, wait, they're not going to show us how they landed? There's no train station. How the hell did this
Eurilo
happen?
6. We're here.
Don't skip that.
It really is one big snowball. Hey, get your own metaphor. Snow as far as the eye can see. Which direction should we take?
Based on the coordinates, the target should be up ahead.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go!
How did we land all together? That's what I want to know.
Do you want to mention the time we smashed a hole through Taikian Stadium? Or shall I?
Ah, you're implying, something to me here.
Please stop bringing that up. Let's just say that landings and crowds don't mix.
Unless you enjoy trailblazing through 2 weeks of community service.
I said drop it!
Remember,
Oh, you went to jail? Or
we should
almost
stay
went to jail?
vigilant. We know very little about this world.
Calm
But I
down.
want to see it.
Between
I don't
the
want
three of us,
implications.
nothing will stand in our way. I mean, come on. You've got a Stellaron in your body. I have my special six-phased ice powers. And Don Hung... he's got that mysterious past thing going for him.
Yeah, but it comes actually pretty naturally to him. I like how he carries himself. It's not too forced.
So if people start creating trouble for us, they're gonna regret it.
Yeah, you almost went to jail.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's
You
go.
almost went to jail.
Braving the unknown? That's the real spirit of trailblazing.
You almost went to jail doing something I still don't know how you did, because you wouldn't show me how the thing landed. Alright, let's look behind us. I see a height. Something... Oh, yeah, there's no climbing. I forgot. There's no jumping. Alright, alright.
This place still hasn't been corroded, yet fragmentum monsters have already made it here. I
forgot. Was it triangle for...
a significant influence on this world.
Ah, crap, I missed. Damn it. Alright, our first invasion.
No manners, huh?
Who will it be? Pretty good crowd today. Keep up!
Oh, cool. Alright. All done.
The best is yet to come.
Whoa, what is that? That has Genshin vibes all over. Yeah, it's a good idea. Take a photo and text. It's a calyx, a strange entity born from the phenomenon of space distortion. There are some reality data in the calyxes that might come in handy, but please be careful when coming in contact with these. The existence of these calyxes is still a mystery to us, and the danger within is incalculable. Reality data. I'm going to guess Herta knows what to do with that. In your coming journey, you might come across other calyxes like these. Is it calyxes? 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 And the reality data stored in different calyxes may vary, so look out for that. Sounds Italian. Defeat enemies to obtain general materials. Oh, so they come out of these enemies that we... Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, view details. Emotes cost Trailblaze power to play. Trailblaze power recovers over time. Ooh, what's that? Okay, EXP materials credits. Oh, wow! Okay, so it's kind of like a mini mission that you get by collecting these. Interesting. Okay. Piece together elements from reality in an attempt to create new existences. Oh boy, here we go again. This is kind of similar to what Herta was doing. You know, that simulation that she put us in. Multiple lineups, you can use preset lineup. One thing I didn't like about Herta's simulation, it was kind of reusing assets from the same ship that we were on. So it felt more like we were teleporting somewhere rather than being in a simulation. I really wish that they had worked a little bit harder on the environment for that and just, you know, showed us a completely different environment for Herta's simulation when we were, you know, trying to make contact with the Aeons. Or at least trying to simulate contact with the Aeons. But it was cool. I liked the idea. I just wish the implementation was a little bit more elaborate than that. Felt a lot like I was just teleporting somewhere else. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen here. Please don't disappoint me. Show me something way more wackier than this ice planet. Yeah, okay. This is the lineup I want to stick with for a while. Oh, I see. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I gotcha. I also need to level up people. Would I be able to level up anything right now? No, it looks like I have to start. Okay, let's just do it. I mean, I think we have enough levels anyway. Oh, wow. Nope, it's the same planet. Okay. Nothing even changed. Oh boy.
Time for the main event.
Keep up!
This is our chance.
Alright. It's really cool that you get to see more enemies through the,
Invited you.
the different reality that you're in right now. So I guess they changed the enemies that you get through the memory that you're accessing. Oh, wait a second. If this is accessing memories, then it would make sense that it's the same planet. But just like, you know, show me like at least a vignette or something
Time for the main event.
to indicate that this isn't the same thing as, you know, the battle that we just came from.
This is our
I
chance.
think I'm gonna charge up everybody's ultimates or ultras. I forgot the names. Just for some future battle. I don't think I should expend them
Pretty
all
good crowd
needlessly.
today.
Let's rock.
That's it. I forgot. We don't heal over time, right? Do we have anyone that... Yeah, I guess we have someone that can heal us. Okay, so what was it again? Okay. So, alright, I'll give it a pass because this is memories, but I think they should really try to spice up the memories, make them look different. Okay, so... Oh, you get to take the challenge again. Oh, wow. Huh. Okay, we cleared the first one. Are you able to go to the... Oh! Equilibriums. Okay. Okay, I get it. So we have trailblazing energy at the top. They said it recovers with time. Now there's also something called equilibrium levels. I guess we're going to just have to figure out what equilibrium levels are. Okay. Alright, so this was like showing us a memory from the past. Okay. Based on the name, I'm going to guess. But I don't know if all calyxes are like that. Alright.
Did you...
I don't know. I'm sorry. Whoa! That looked different. Was it just because I jumped it? Oh, yeah, because I jumped it. Okay. Alright. I guess I can expend.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Okay, now it's a speed boost.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it.
I think I really like her, by the way. Rocker Girl looks awesome. What was her name again? Serval, yeah. I think I like Serval a lot. Okay, they said something was over there. Oh, cool, okay. So now we found what we were looking for. For a second, I thought that was a polar bear, but I don't know what that is.
Hey, get out of there or you'll shiver to death.
Oh shit, that is someone there. There is a creature.
Holding your breath won't help.
I got this, March.
That look of pity on her face. Someone should screenshot this.
Someone's got their head stuck in the sand, or the snow in this case. They just need a helping hand.
Ouch!
Did he just slap his ass?
My fine fellow, was that really necessary? Is crawling around in the snow a crime these days? I mean, come on, surely. It doesn't warrant a spearing.
A spearing? Jesus Christ, he stabbed him in the ass.
But then again, how can I blame you? I mean, I caught you off guard. It had to happen. You could even say I deserved it, huh? Besides, I made a gallant group of new friends as a result. Is Captain Japard around? He's an old buddy of mine.
Who?
Wait, you're not Silvermane guards? Well, why didn't you say so? Turns out we're on the same side after all. Pleasure to meet you. The name's Sampo Koski. Excellent, I'll remember the name. Never thought I'd run into friends from the same line of work out here in this frozen wasteland. Business is bad these days, but fear not.
Define
Sampo
work.
Koski isn't interested in hoarding. There's more than enough treasure to go around, so let's get rich together.
I mean, I like where this guy is going, but at the same time, you gotta be specific, man. What kind of work we talking
Say,
here?
why don't we join forces? I have reliable intel. The main strength of the Silvermane Guards is being deployed to the front line. This is a golden opportunity.
Yeah,
Come
thank you.
now, friends. I can understand the mistrust, but there's no need for the charade.
I thought it was called charade.
Then again, I know the rules. Vigilance is the name of the game in our profession. It's my fault for letting my enthusiasm and sincerity get the better of me. Anyway, a meeting like this has to have been written in the stars. Ask me anything you like. I won't skimp on the details. Still make it snappy. You're never more than 10 feet from a Silvermane guard. Me? You guys scared me to death. There I was, looking for relics to sell, when all of a sudden you came stomping over. I thought the Silvermane guards were paying me a visit.
Okay, I like this guy just because he's selling stuff. Like, I usually want people like that on my team in any game.
Seriously, though? Try treading a little lighter next time, huh? If you run into the guards, they won't hide in a snowdrift, and you'll be in a cell before you know it.
Dude, you have an open chest jacket in the middle of the snow. Like, in what world is this outfit a good idea? But then again, everybody has questionable outfits for this weather, and I'm wondering why there aren't any alternate outfits here.
Settlement? What a literary turn of phrase. Why, there's only one place in this world where the living still reside. Our beloved Bellabog. The further away you get, the dicier things become. The city of preservation, the towering citadel, humanity's last bastion against the eternal freeze. It may sound a bit over the top, but those names are grounded in truth. The only place humans can eke out an existence is behind those impregnable walls.
I can already hear, like, Sampo saying, "My favorite color is money."
You really don't know? The Silvermane guards are Bellabog's soldiers, enforcers, and police. Let's just say they're not the most flexible of people. And they like paying visits to folks in our line of work.
Oh, the IRS.
Seems like you guys really are new to the business. To be young and naive again. How about this? As a senior in the field, which I'm sure you don't mind me saying, I'll give you some free guidance. There are ways of doing things in this profession, and you better get familiar with them. Moving in the shadows, finding the goods, pricing your stock, hiding from the guards. There's an art to all of it.
Okay, I'm changing my previous metaphor. This is not the IRS. The Silvermane Guard remind me more of ICE. I feel like this guy is smuggling shit, and I retract my previous statement for legal purposes. For legal reasons, I do not support where this is going.
No need. Why don't you just take us to the city? We don't really know the way.
The city? Already? They haven't even started trading yet. Well, showing you the way is easy enough, Missy, but it would cost. But it would be my pleasure. Kindness is Sampo Kuski's middle name. Follow me, friends, and keep quiet. We don't want to be spotted by the guards.
So why were you hiding from the Silvermane guards?
I was just storing a few relics away from prying eyes. Nothing serious. If it weren't for the uncompromising nature of our civil service, there'd be no need for secrecy. So whereabouts you guys from, anyway? I don't mean to pry or anything. I just care about my friends. No pressure.
Oh, phew, we healed up.
Rule number 7, never leave a footprint. I have my own special technique called invisible snow walking. Helps me throw off pursuers.
Oh god, we're in Dune now.
No
Snow
time.
Dune, aren't we?
Who are they?
Silvermane.
You remember the Silvermane guards I mentioned? That's them. Help me, old friends. I don't want to be caught.
It's the suspect and his accomplices. Arrest them!
Yep, we got dragged into it.
It's now or never. Over to you, dear friends.
Hey, where do you think you're?
Made to be broken.
That's weird. I could have sworn I targeted... Like, isn't the target for both of them?
Let's go. Just a scratch.
Try that again. You can't run. Huh?
Who invited you?
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Something tells me March 7th doesn't really get that many cosplayers, just for personality reasons.
Time for the main event.
Turn it up! My turn!
Just a scratch.
Try that again!
Who will it be? Keep up!
Regal saves the day. Oh, hello. Hi, howdy. Who are you? Oh, that's the cat. Whoa.
Silvermane Guards order you to relinquish your futile resistance.
Wait, why isn't that guy?
Sampo cheated us all.
Why isn't the guy with us saying anything? I thought he knew him.
Suspect, relinquish your resistance.
So I'm a criminal, huh? Forget Sampo. Wait until I get my hands on you.
Profound secret to the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need any buffs I can get.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all. Keep up with my tempo.
You have the worst luck running into me.
Definitely want to kill the
make it
buffs. Nice. Okay, we got rid of the other guy. That's good. But now it feels kind of like a waste to do a
gift
group
from the
attack.
stars. This song's just for you. Let's rock.
My turn. Watch this.
Rules are made to be broken! In the name
Oh
of
shit, he recovered.
preservation.
Nice. I'm in
And the
danger.
prime suspect? The one with the blue hair?
Apologies, Captain. We lost him during the
He
pursuit.
ran away?
We can't find his footprints.
God damn it.
No matter. We have his accomplices. He'll be close by, plotting his next move.
As in, forever. I'm not trying to talk our way out of this, but we're not friends with that scoundrel. Did you see how fast he ditched us? We rescued him from the snow out of the kindness of our hearts. We had no idea he might be using us to get past you. Are you really dumb enough to fall for his...
You're just dumb enough, period.
I'm a captain, not an adjudication panel. As a Belobog citizen, you have the right to defend yourself, but that can only take place under the scrutiny of the architects, not now.
Oh boy, here we go.
Take them away.
There was an XKCD comic that I really like that drew a graph, a chart, as a joke. And I really like that chart because it does explain my feelings towards franchises that I'm new to. Every time they have to introduce new words and lingo and concepts and abstracts, you're going to start losing some people in the process. But it's a lot worse when you introduce a whole new language, which I am so glad they didn't do here. So that's fine. I'm not mad at this game or anything. I just hate how we get sucked into things and then get taught things, you know, in order to understand the society that we're getting pulled into. But it is the cost you pay for world building, I guess. It's just not necessarily the interesting way to do it. So, in .hack, you go in and you find out you're playing an online game. That preconception is correct, and you come in equipped knowing about it. But in this situation here, unfortunately, this is a whole new reality that we're in. We're not playing some kind of controlled simulation. See, that's why I really liked Herta Simulation in order to, make contact with the Aeons. I liked that a lot. Like, the idea, the concept was great. Execution could have used some work, but it was great. It was gorgeous. I like the concept of being able to simulate responses or possibly garner new ones that you weren't able to get before because you weren't able to make contact with those Aeons. However, like in a controlled environment like that, I can accept Herta teaching me about the things that she wants to find in that simulation. All the stuff that she was, like the blessing system that she had in there. All of that stuff was cool. I liked that. But in this situation here, I'm being introduced to a new society right off the bat, and I just got to this planet, and a person that I thought I was going to like suddenly turned out to be some kind of drug dealer or smuggler. And yeah, I mean, I can see the game playing with my emotions. I get it. But don't mix in, too many things all at once. And start talking about citizen rights and things like that. I guess my personal preferences are kind of leaking out here. I do not like, the idea of this whole, immigrant going into a society and getting dragged into all sorts of trouble that they never asked for and suffering the consequences and is that what trailblazing is? That you throw yourself in there and you end up getting treated like an illegal alien and whatnot. And, you have your rights read to you or lack thereof. And I don't know. It's 3 a.m. here. I'm waiting for a hurricane to kill me. And, I guess my ramblings aren't really that important at this time of the day. But I digress. I can't really judge this without seeing it through. Yeah, let's do the photos.
Photos?
You're a genius! Great idea! You've probably never seen what your planet looks like, right? I took this one. Behold, Yarilo 6.
Wait, did you just tell him he's uneducated? Oh my god, is he a flat earther?
This white ball that's here? That's our home?
Wait, they're all flat earthers? Wow, that's stupid.
It is said that a long time ago, strange visitors from beyond the sky would visit us here. But that after the eternal freeze, the blizzards made passage impossible. And Belobog would cease to witness such arrivals.
But these people are...
This decision is beyond us. If what they say is true, then only the Supreme Guardian may decide their fate.
Oh boy.
Our job is to present them before her. Nothing more. Outsiders, follow me. Belobog lies beyond this blizzard.
Well, at least he has some semblance of a brain.
Welcome to Belobog, the city of preservation.
See, in Fate Grand Order, a couple of months ago, I think like a month or two ago, I finished the Camelot arc, and some of the Knights of the Round Table reminded me a lot of him. I think it was Gawain? Yeah, I think it was Gawain. Gawain. And God, he was annoying, and he talked in a very similar way. Left a very bad aftertaste until I killed him, and I finally was at ease. Oh, Jesus. The guy would not stop talking about not just killing anybody at the borders of the holy city that, Camelot was at, but also killing people inside the city in order for a holy selection to happen. This guy's reminding me of all of it, okay? It's horrible. Saber went off the rails in that alternate reality. It was bad. It was very, very bad. That was in Fate Grand Order specifically. It's an alternate reality for that game. It's not the same Saber from the old Fate series. But yeah, this guy is bringing back a lot of negative memories from that. It's not like there aren't things I hate in other games too. I do. There's a lot of things in those games that I hate as well. It's not really anything personal here. Just a chance coincidence, that's all. I hope I don't need to deal with this guy. Whoa! Yes! Oh my god, this is reminding me a lot of Breg Epona! Oh, this is giving me the hack shivers. I love it. I love seeing cities like this.
Hey, it feels like it got a bit warmer.
Yeah, no shit, you're in civilization now.
That's because you're in Belobog, the last bastion of humanity.
Oh, humans.
Last bastion?
Wait a sec, is everybody human? Are we... I'm pretty sure Pom Pom technically belongs to other species. There has to be, like, other species out there. It's not just the freaking, Antimatter Legion that look different to us.
700 years ago, monsters from beyond the sky set the world ablaze. The land was turned to scorched earth, with raging infernos and billowing towers of smoke stretching beyond the horizon.
See, yeah, they call them monsters. I don't know if the Antimatter Legion are humans or not. And more importantly, I really like the little kanji system they're doing with the English here, where you get to write a simplification or alternate meaning to an established phrase or word. And it says over the word monsters, Antimatter Legion. I like that. I like that a lot. This system already exists in the Japanese language. They write, simpler hiragana or simpler kanji next to complicated kanji. I like that. I like that a lot.
In the midst of the conflict, the eternal freeze descended without warning. Suddenly, sweeping winds brought blizzards which buried the invading legion. Belobog was all that remained.
Oh, so this ice climate is what technically saved them from the Antimatter Legion. Interesting.
Steadfast architects built this city. Under the protection of Klipoth, the preservation, Belobog remains forever warm in the face of unrelenting cold.
Right. Each Aeon had a path, I think. Represented a path. We're on the path of destruction, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's related to Stellarons or Aeons, but there's an Aeon of preservation called Klipoth. I don't know if Herta was trying to communicate with it or not.
He's
Interesting.
Sure saying some weird stuff.
No, I actually can have a very faint idea of what he means. And this does connect us to what Herta was looking for. To be honest, I think I'm liking Herta as a central character to the story. I really hope her role... Oh, we're on the path of the Trailblazer? I thought we were on the path of destruction. Huh. Does the path of, Oh, wait! I thought we were imitating that in the simulation with Herta. Weren't we imitating Akivali? She said we were masquerading as Akivali. Or Akiwali. I don't know. I can't remember how it was pronounced. Didn't we just masquerade? Okay. Yeah, that's right. And we were trying to avoid Nanook with the Star Rail. I remember with our Astral Express, they were trying to avoid Nanook. I remember that. But we were masquerading. Were we masquerading as an Aeon? Oh, I get it. Oh, I see. Thank you. Yes, that's it. Thank you very much. Okay. So there is a path that we follow in the real world, and you can follow a different path in the simulation in order to pull out different responses from the Aeons that Herta was looking at. Yeah, it's all falling back to her. I like that. And I can't wait to go back into that simulation again. Obviously, we have to go back and try again. Now, I don't know if there's any trauma involved. It would really suck if there's some trauma involved with going back and talking with the Aeons again. Some kind of heavy cost or something required in order to continue in that simulation. I have an uneasy feeling about what we're going to find out. But it would be very cool. That would be amazing writing if that's the case. I think there is something I really like about secluded, isolated, simulations, environments that could actually be happening at a time of trauma and distress. In other words, Herta was really happy to have you go into the simulation the first time we had just met, and she's trying to make use of you. But something tells me down the line, based on the Aeons and the logs, the writing that we saw, something tells me that in the upcoming simulations it might not be that nice. It was like that with Evangelion. In Evangelion, if you remember the last 2 episodes of the original 1997 anime, we were in a completely different state from where the show was, where the story was. I know that the anime studio, I know that Gainax ran out of money and that's why they made those 2 episodes. But when you watch the end of Evangelion movie that came after the show, you realize that those last 2 episodes were happening around the same time that the world was dying and experiencing rebirth. You know, the Human Instrumentality Project. By the way, shout out to ADV Dub. They are way better at their job back in 1997 than the fuckers at Netflix. Seriously, fuck Netflix and fuck their politically correct, you know, fucking, like, straight up censoring, you know, implied gay love in the Kaoru arc at the end of the show, just in order to not offend people watching Netflix. I really hated the dub on Netflix for Evangelion. Do not watch the Evangelion dub on Netflix. It sucks, and it's really bad. If you can't find the old 1997 dub, just frickin' watch the Rebuild series. They have the old dubs in that, but it's a different story. It's a sequel. But it's the last thing we have that we can still hear the old dub in. Anyway, so yeah, that kind of atmosphere. Like, I'm wondering if the story is going to be awesome and bring us back to the simulations when we're actually in danger, when we're trying to figure out something. I'm wondering about that really hard right now, and I'm hoping I'm right, because that would make the story 9,000 times better in my head.
A marked change in tone. Sounds like he's quoting from a historical record.
Uh-huh. So why is he telling us all this?
You wanted to know.
Yeah, you did ask. You were literally looking around and asking, what is this city? There you go. I mean, you're technically under arrest, so getting a tour... Oh, we're not even under arrest anymore. We're actually just going to walk around. Okay. Oh, wait. Never mind. We have to walk with him.
They must have come from a Terran-corroded space.
Wait, can I talk to people?
A fragmentum.
Behind the scenes, after a 2-year hiatus, Catherine, the genius composer, surprised the theaters with her new opera masterpiece. Oh, so operas are still a thing. Okay, so it looks like old Earth spread out throughout the galaxy. I'm gonna guess we're like thousands of years in the future here. Kind of like near Automata kind of time period. Like, you know, we populated too many galaxies. We populated a lot of galaxies out there. People started getting born on other planets.
Correct?
How do you... That's right. Out there in the blizzard, there are still many threats, including the monsters you saw.
Ooh, I like the text above. That's also something I love about .hack as well. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you.
The situation is bleak. After your meeting with the Supreme Guardian, I would like to consult you on this matter.
Oh, now we're friends now? You're asking for favors already? Aren't we under arrest?
This is Klipoth Fort, the heart of Belobog and headquarters of the Architects. Klipoth is the symbol of preservation. Under Klipoth's impulsion, the Architects constructed...
Ooh, he called the Aeon a symbol.
Thus
Interesting.
Protecting the spark of civilization from disaster and the eternal freeze.
I guess to the masses, the Aeons would be symbols as well.
To show our reverence, we named this fortress after the Aeon themselves. The Architects, under the protection of Klipoth, have continued to lead this city forward, repelling all manner of disasters.
So Herta was researching the Aeons and how to communicate with them. I'm wondering if she technically belongs to one of them. I remember she mentioned a Steven, but that's it.
This fortress is also the residence of the Supreme Guardian.
The Supreme Guardian?
The Supreme Court.
The leader of Belobog, elected and appointed by the Architects. The Supreme Guardians have watched over this city for generations, sheltering the people from harm. The current Guardian is Madame Cacolio Rand, Every major strategic decision is issued by her.
Whoa, she sounds like a big deal.
I will now bring you to see Madame Cacolia. Please, have your words at the ready. Her time is precious, so she prefers concise communication.
Oh, now we have an audience with the Supreme Guardian. I see.
We're gonna see her right now? Can I at least find a place to freshen up first?
Oh my god. Yeah, that would be the right question.
Rest easy. The Madam Guardian doesn't care about formalities. Not to mention, you've only just arrived. It would be unexpected if you were familiar with Belobog customs.
Okay, that's a lot better.
I've dispatched a messenger to send word. Madame Cacolia will be aware of your arrival. Come with me.
Alright, just exhibit common sense. That's it. That's the only etiquette you need.
But that's a meaningless sacrifice. How can you...
Oh, Bronya! Another, hyped up character that we already
You
know
may
about.
leave, Bronya. Visitors have arrived.
Yes, Mother.
Oh, shit! That's her mom? Oh, snap. Okay. Didn't think we were gonna meet the family right off the
Madam
bat.
Guardian, I have brought 3 outsiders to see you.
The messenger informed me. Well done, Gepard. You may leave. Welcome, visitors from beyond the Eternal Freeze. Or perhaps I should say, from beyond the sky, no? I am Cacolia Rand, Belobog's Supreme Guardian. I would be grateful if you could tell me why you have come.
You're gonna trust us?
Do you wish me to doubt it? Or perhaps you're not confident in that identity yourself.
Yeah, to be honest.
No, I do not doubt it. I can see that you are not from this world.
No, you had the right idea with that second one. Technically speaking, Trailblazer doesn't really know himself that much.
The architects remember the history well, else we should forget it. I know that in the distant past, before the Eternal Freeze descended or the Legion invaded, this world was once prosperous beyond measure. An eon connected our planet to other worlds, and we discovered the endless possibilities of the boundless universe. We also came to know of Klapoth, the Amber Lord. Under their attentive gaze, we built the city walls.
And now we found a third description for them. Aeon, a symbol, and now there's an actual synonymous label, the Amber Lord. Klapoth is supposed to be preservation, which is wait, wasn't it preservation? I think Klapoth was the Aeon of preservation, I think.
So do not be surprised. For 700 years, the architects have received no further communication from the stars. But I knew of your existence. Tell me why you have come.
Does that mean that for 700 years they didn't receive communication from Klapoth either? Do they consider the Aeons to be entities from beyond? Yeah, I guess they would be because they don't really manifest as something tangible. It's more like a guidance of some sort. That's why they all represent paths.
We came here for something known as a Stellaron.
I'm not going to say we're here to trailblaze a planet. That's just wrong.
A Stellaron.
Objects that fell from the blue on separate worlds. Their appearance spelled disaster. Many of the planets we visited have suffered their effects. You mentioned invasion by the Antimatter Legion. Soon after their arrival, this planet suffered the Eternal Freeze. At the same time, the phenomenon known as fragmentum space corrosion began to occur. Correct?
Correct.
Which is why the Antimatter Legion and Stellarons often show up together. Worlds seeded with Stellarons give birth to fragmentums. As for the eternal freeze, it must have been a product of the Stellaron, unique to the environment of your world.
The Stellarons were cast by the Aeon of Destruction. Interesting. They're a product of the Aeon of Destruction?
You can see us as kind-hearted interstellar public servants, lending a helping hand to any world affected by a Stellaron.
Yeah, March, but you didn't say why. What is your goal after all that?
Your analysis of our current circumstances is clear. We have indeed suffered the disasters you speak of, some of which prove vexatious to us even today. But why should you care? Even if this Stellaron you speak of did bring about disaster, I fail to see its connection to you. I don't believe that anyone would go to such lengths to help a world unrelated to them. Unless they had...
You're right.
Oops, sorry.
Our reason
Unless they had something to gain.
for coming here is not purely selfless. If we don't seal the
there we
Stellar,
go.
we cannot leave this planet.
Well, yeah, that's what happens after you come to the planet, but what about your reason for going in the first place?
Yeah, FYI, we're pretty awesome.
You know how to seal the Stellaron.
We have the relevant means.
Very well, I believe you. If our present situation is truly the result of this so-called Stellaron, then your arrival is the hope that Belobog has waited 700 years for. I am willing to assist you in any way possible to help you locate the Stellaron.
Kokolia just kind of revealed her hand here. Like, you can see her arm. It's kind of half frozen. Interesting.
It's getting late, and you must be tired. I will arrange for you to stay in our most comfortable hotel. Rest there and get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow at noon, I will dispatch someone to escort you here, and we can discuss this urgent matter in greater detail.
I don't know if she's wearing gloves or if that's actually her skin.
It should be me thanking you, visitors from beyond the sky. I too need some time. I will go over our records for anything that may be connected to Stellarons. Please excuse me for not escorting you further.
So I guess finding out about, the goals of the Astral Express are probably going to relate to how, the Express was... Whoa. What's going on? Yeah, those are not gloves. That's definitely her skin.
Of course, I understand. Do not worry. I have a way.
Ooh, I wonder what was communicating with her just now.
It seems that the Supreme Guardian holds you in high regard. I have received orders that your movements are no longer to be restricted.
I didn't think things were gonna go that smoothly.
I'm afraid I still have duties to attend to. I must return to my post. I hope you enjoy your stay in Belobog.
Wait! Can you recommend some sites? It's not that late. We want to take a look around.
Well, I'd say that Golden Theater and the History Museum are both worth a look. However, you'd need a pass to get into the museum. I recommend you visit Everwinter Monument first. It's Belobog's most symbolic landmark. And if you enjoy music, you could head to Neverwinter Workshop. You can sometimes catch an outdoor performance there. The artist is... you'll see. Oh, and if you're staying at Goethe Hotel, please avoid the alley that runs next to it. The one with Silvermane guards stationed there. It's started to be affected by corrosion recently, so it's been sealed off.
So the corrosion is inside the city. Well, that's a grave situation.
Yes, we're mounting a resistance as we speak. I must leave now. I hope all goes well for you.
am I gonna do? Only the Madam Guardian can help me.
Wow, look at the carved ice! It feels perfect for this city somehow.
Whatever it's made of, it can't be ice.
I guess you're right. It's actually pretty warm in the city. Hey, what's with all the children over there? Should we go and take a look?
So let me introduce myself. I'm the intelligence officer for the Silvermane Guards, and a temporary guide for the A Journey Through Belobog's history program.
Hold up.
My name is Pelageya Sergeyevna.
Wasn't she one of the assistants that Herta gave us in the simulation? Her personality was in there. I'm definitely sure we fought alongside her in the simulation that Herta put us in.
But you can call me Pela.
Yes, Miss Pela.
And perhaps the grown-ups among us could refrain from acting like children. Hey guys, take a look over here. This is Everwinter Monument. It was erected to commemorate the mighty architects. The architects are followers of the Aeon Klapoth. It was they that foresaw crisis, built up our walls, and established Belobog, preserving the spark of human civilization. Even today, they are still tending to the city. Everwinter Monument is made up of two parts. A gear that symbolizes knowledge and industrial strength, and huge ice crystals that symbolize the eternal freeze. These two symbols are bound together, the gear restricting the ice. It represents the unyielding spirit of the architects in the face of nature's barbarity. Any questions?
That's it? Okay. Guess that's part of the tour.
Any questions? The monument is made up of two parts. A gear that symbolizes knowledge and industrial strength, and huge ice crystals that symbolize the eternal freeze. These two symbols are bound together, the gear restricting the ice. It represents the unyielding spirit of the architects in the face of nature's barbarity. You mean, what are they made of? It's geomarrow that's undergone a change in color. The color of geomarrow is related to the environmental temperature during its refinement. The architects are followers of the Aeon Klapoth. It was they that foresaw the crisis, built up our walls, and established Belobog, preserving the spark of human civilization. Or, to put it another way, the architects are Belobog's founders and saviors. Even today, they are still tending to the city. That's a question for the Scientific Research Division, though they may not be able to give you a definitive answer. The Eternal Freeze is no ordinary natural disaster. Meteorological records from hundreds of years ago cannot explain the cause. To put it simply, it's a problem that has plagued Belobog scientists for centuries. And what about you guys? Take your time. We're not in a rush.
Oh yeah, I learned how to make jelly today, or jam, from grapes. Can't wait to make some. Oh, this is petrol. Petroleum jelly. Oh wow, skin moisture. Yeah. Funny. Wow, they're selling it like snake oil. Why does this feel more like a restaurant? Yeah, a restaurant at Epcot. What you got? Oh, wow, we actually have quite the money that we have. Okay, what is that? What is this? Oh, nice. Okay. I think I want this. Okay. Yeah, barely affected us. Oh, they're selling ice. Oh, that's so funny. Turns into water and then in a little bit of time, I think. Oh, level 14. Ooh, nice. Oh, sold out. Yeah, okay. This is the administration district that we're in. Cool. What the fuck? Trash? What do you mean trash? Ugh. That's rude. Why would you sell me trash? I'm sorry, what? Oh, I see. There is a person that comes to mind. You know, that creepy guy that we saw hiding in the snow at the beginning. Pasco? I forgot his name. There was an option there.
You should seek the Silvermane Guards for matters of civil litigation.
Oh, okay. Alright, it's the same outfit. Salmon bread. Oh, there's salmon fish. Okay. So, yeah, I'm guessing humanity kind of... I'm worried that this might actually be Earth. Or what's left of it. Oh, there's no sitting in this game. They got Doctor Who phone booths. Nice. They got the TARDIS here. Superman? Really? We're throwing a Superman reference here? A lot of old Earth seems to be here. Ooh, there's a heater. So there's a lot of property being sold, is what I'm gathering from all these NPCs here. There's a lot of houses in this civilization. Oh, wow, her daughter is going to take over. Okay. So Brania is going to be the next Supreme Guardian. I see.
That's the alley that Japard mentioned. The one contaminated by the fragmentum, right? I can't believe how close it is to the city center.
They hadn't identified it. I bet all the shops and hotels in the vicinity would have had to close down by now.
Move back! This is your final warning.
But my proof of property is inside. I don't have any...
The fragmentum has already corroded this block. You can make a property retrieval request to the architects, but only Silvermane guards are permitted to enter here.
I can't believe fragmentum corrosion has spread into the city. No wonder there are so many soldiers stationed there.
As long as the Stellaron is active, the corrosion will continue to spread. The soldiers can only periodically clear the fragmentum of monsters. But the monsters will continue to emerge and multiply.
Please try to understand, sir. Backwater Pass has become very dangerous. We're just here for your safety.
If I can't get my proof of property, it doesn't matter how safe I am. Out of my way! Let me pass! Let me pass. I'm not afraid to die. I've lost everything. Everything.
Stand back. This area is off limits. Only Silvermane guards are permitted to enter here.
We're optimistic. This area has only recently been corroded, so monsters are few and far between. Please, have faith in the gods.
If it weren't for most of our forces being deployed to the front line, situations like this wouldn't amount to anything. We can't even go on the offensive.
It used to be a transport hub, but it's been closed down.
Darn monsters.
This is our duty as Silvermane Guards. We are responsible for the safety of the citizenry.
Duty is duty. We trust in the higher-ups. I worry about our compatriots below ground. They must be...
That's enough! The Guardian has strictly forbidden discussion of underworld affairs.
Right. I'm such a hot-headed... I'll zip it.
Please keep a safe distance. This is a live situation. Plus, we need to look busy.
Slacking off. Oh, I see. I get it. Okay. Good enough. The currency is shield. Interesting.
So, this friend of mine...
Neverwinter Workshop. Hey, didn't Japard say there'd be a show here?
He said you can sometimes catch an outdoor performance. Sometimes being the operative word.
Ah, darn. I wanted to see one. Oh, I'd been wondering. You see that heater over there? Why do they keep it outdoors? This city is so weird. Normally you'd want a heater inside a building, right? If so, I'm not sure mighty is the right word for these architects.
Tiny heaters are no use against the Stellaron disaster.
You guys sure have a lot to say about that broken heater.
Oh, wow, she's cool.
Survival! Holy shit!
Hi there. The name's Serval. I'm the owner of this workshop.
Oh, cool.
If you got any broken equipment lying around, you can always come find me, though I can't guarantee I'll be interested in fixing it.
Oh, we're okay. I was just curious about the heater.
Curious? About the heater? It's just a standard geomarrow radiator. You can find them anywhere in the administrative district. Only just got here? Ah! I figured it out! I heard a loudmouth guard say that a group of outsiders had met with Cocolia. You must be them? What an honor. Where are my manners? We can talk about heaters all day if you like. Let's have a chat. The heater you saw is just a standard geomarrow radiator. They may not look like much, but they're a real lifeline to the people. The blizzards here are brutal. If we didn't have a reliable way of keeping warm, Belobog would long since have become a dead city, both above and below the surface. It's an ore, a special energy resource. Whether it's keeping the city warm or keeping our counters ticking, everything runs on geomarrow. Geomarrow grows beneath the surface of the planet, and specialist underworld mining teams are there to extract it. Transport lines shuttle it up to the surface. In the overworld, we use the same lines to ship surface goods and aid down to the underworld. You didn't know? Belobog is structured like two big connected discs. The overworld is responsible for administration and trade, while the underworld is responsible for energy supply and resource extraction. However, due to an order that was given many years ago, nobody has moved between the overworld and the underworld in a long time. I shouldn't be talking about this. Pretend I never said anything. Isn't it just like cooking food over an open flame? If the house is a pot, then the heater is the stove it rests on.
When she puts it like that, it actually starts to make sense.
No sweat. This is your first time in Belobog. I just want you to feel some of the warmth the city has to offer. Hey, seeing as there's nothing on your plate just now, want to help me fix up this machine? Just a bit of manual labor. You might find it interesting. Great. Then let me give you a demonstration first.
Cool, a mini puzzle. A magnetoriological fluid threshold. Okay. Rotate the modules to adjust the circuit and direct the electric current. Okay, good. So it's still electricity. From the power supply to the endpoint. Nice. That's my specialty. Repairs are complete when all endpoint circuits are connected to the current. Rotate the modules to adjust the circuit. Okay, I get it. Yep. The edges of fixed modules will appear red when selected. Okay. This is the source. And this is the end. Okay, you call that the load, I guess. There it is.
Progress.
Nice. You guys are pretty handy. You picked that up in no time. Want to be my assistants? Average pay, but I'm a good boss.
Do you just say yes to everything?
I was only kidding. Just a joke.
Hey, we helped you.
Well,
give me
I
the
better
job.
carry on here. Why not have a better look around? My workshop will always be open to you. And your wallets, of course.
That would be cool.
Come around and have a look.
Trash can? Oh, we're dumpster diving.
So tired.
Yeah, me too, to be
I
honest.
just want to put my head on a pillow and drift off.
Alright, guys, I think it's been a couple of hours.
Our trailblazing
Yep,
expeditions
it's been
is
2
always
hours.
pretty eventful, huh, Dan Hung?
I'm gonna call it a night and possibly continue
You've got too
tomorrow.
much energy.
We might do this game again tomorrow, or Dot Hack, or preferably both. I really want to juggle both Dot Hack and this game for you guys. It's a lot of fun doing it that way, because you get to see all the stuff that you discovered from one game in another, and vice versa. It's really nice. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a night as soon as we hit our hotel room.
Wow, what a beautiful lobby! It's gonna be soft mattresses and cushiony pillows tonight. Wanna have a pillow fight later? Huh? I bet they're stuffed with goose feathers!
March. Earlier in Klipoth Fort.
Stop, I know what you're gonna say. March, you said too much back there. March, you shouldn't reveal our goal to people we don't trust. Meanwhile, you guys were beating around the bush and speaking in riddles.
Have you considered the possibility that even we don't know why we're doing all this?
But check it out. Seems like we landed with a pretty sweet deal, right? We get the royal treatment, rooms in a beautiful hotel, and the full support of the locals. As far as trailblazing goes, this is smooth as heck.
That's not what I was going to say.
Alright, spit it out then.
Earlier in Klipoth Fort, were you paying attention to the Supreme Guardian?
I mean, she was pretty, but she had really creepy hands and arms.
Yeah, of course. This isn't my first expedition, you know. My powers of perception are sharper than the sharpest blade. Nope, she seemed normal to me.
No, you didn't stare at her arms.
Harsh at first, but she turned out to be a nice, reasonable lady. Although, it felt like she was looking through me. As in, I know she was speaking to us, but it seemed like her gaze was fixed on something far away.
I had a similar feeling. Almost as if we weren't the only people in the room.
Do you have to put it like that? That's scary. Well, there's no way he'd get past Dan Hung's sharp eyes.
Perhaps I'm too sensitive. She did promise to help us. I just hope she keeps her word.
Really? We're not going to talk about the creepy shards on her arm?
Let's get some rest. We need to save our energy for the discussions tomorrow.
You mean she didn't just go splat on the ground? I guess this is a family-friendly game, so they wouldn't be mopping her brains off the sidewalk. Okay, guys, it looks like the lights are starting to flicker. This hurricane is intensifying, and I need to go to bed. So, if the stream ends before I manage to say bye, just know that I'll be able to talk with you guys after the hurricane.
Can I get you anything to drink? Can I get you anything to drink?
Is there anything left to do? We're meeting the Guardian tomorrow. There won't be any time for sightseeing.
It was a long day today. All I need is a hot shower and a good night's sleep. You too.
Let's get to bed early and save our energy. I sense the next few days could be tiring.
Well, I'm off to my room then. Express lights off!
Alright, guys. That's going to be it for me. Have a good night, everybody. What the fuck? Is this some Narnia shit? I'm trying to go to sleep here, dude. What? Why am I shoving myself into a closet? Whoa. Is this like being in the womb or something? Does he miss his mom? This is giving me Disco Elysium vibes, and I love it. Resident Devil. Resident Evil Devil. So it's not just trash cans. Closets, too. Oh, it is room service. What the fuck? Whoa. What did I get? The hell? Okay. I guess.
What should I observe today?
Alright, let's do some dailies before we go. What's in the... Oh. Okay. It's a special pass. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm not there yet. Oh, I see. Okay, so we're 10% of the way. We just need a lot of warps. Got it. Okay, well, looks like I think we did everything we can. Oh, I see. We can navigate between the stars. Got it. Fate's Atlas. Huh. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's what the navigation is. Ascension requires getting to level 15. Interesting. Okay. And where do I view my Trailblaze? Equilibrium level 0. Trailblaze level 10. Got it. Need a little bit more. Alright guys, that should be it for me. See you on the flip side. Bye-bye.
Who are you? What are you?
We are allies. Allies of the Guardians in generations.
What do you want?
To rebuild this side to help you achieve your wish.
Oh, that's it? Alright guys. See you in the next stream. Bye-bye.